Hey, hi all, this is Srinath. Welcome to e-learning platform. So today's session is on how to write a test case if you got a job on testing. So so once you get a job on testing, so what generally you used to do? So if you join as a fresher or if you are got any offer on testing, so once you done the KT session, so what's the process and how the task being assigned, so how everything it goes on IT industry. So let me explain the live project and how the industries goes on, what's the process they follow. So how what you do if you join as a testing. So what's a daily job and who will assign the task for you and everything. I'll explain you. So write a test case and wait to refer to writing a test case and who will assign a task to you. So generally, thing is who will assign a task to you is your team lead and your manager will assign a task to you. So based on the task, you have to work on it. So you got a task to write a test case. So where you refer. So what the generally they do in live projects. So they refer in Jira. So this is my Jira board. In the previous sessions, I have covered agile methodology and the Jira board sessions. So that gives a clear picture on it. So when I join as in any IT industry live projects, so this is the process they follow. So they'll open the Jira board and they'll so once you get access to the projects, so once you get access to projects, you should log into your Jira board using your credentials. So once you log into Jira board, you can see this one. So usually you can see the names. So this is my EDSL Academy. So this task is assigned. So the names you can see that actually. So what is assigned? So once you click on it, so this is my Jira story. So my lead or manager have assigned me a task to me, saying that write a test case for login page on the dashboard. So in the previous sessions, I have shared you how the testing will be done. Manual tester will be doing their job on the application testing. So this task is assigned to me, and I should start writing the test case for this. So I'll open one Excel sheet. So generally in any IT industry, in any of the projects, so if you they generally use Excel sheet more for writing test case instead of writing the directly to the tool. So let me explain at the end why they prefer Excel sheets. Okay, so test case writing. So there's a template. There's a default template. You should not prepare your own every time. Test case name. So uh, and pre preconditions and the steps the steps actual result is expected. Status Go to car or freight. Okay, so first I'll put the test case ID 01. So we can test case ID is based upon the project and the component which you're working. So you can use the case case ID. So what the format you're using, you can refer your previous test cases, their previous test cases, what they have written. So test case name. So test case name will be usually we use the uh, requirement label. It's very useful. So because so this gives a clear picture on it. So okay, this case this especially talks about the log page on the dashboard, and it's very easy to person who refers it. And preconditions is environment, which environment, details, where to test, and details and user details as well. Because so for this component what are the requirement details you have to put it here. So whenever you will start validating it, right? So without this you cannot proceed it. So it's a precondition steps. So whenever you will start testing using this test case, so you have to be ready with these details so that you can start testing easily. So step one, launch application. Okay, so application launched. Launch. So the framing sentences you can customize it here, but in the standard format they use in IT industry. So what the so launching the browser is launching the application the same. The launch application means the environment of the application. What you have to give the URL. So you can put the URL. You can put the URL. So which URL you have to run it. Okay. So other comment says industry. Okay, this is my requirement, and so what they are saying is enter username, password, and sign in. Okay, enter username, enter username, enter valid username, username, enter valid username. Okay, so next enter valid password. Enter valid password. Okay, so valid username is done, valid password is done. So click on sign. Sign. Once you click on sign, user should be logged in.